All right, there's our guy. All right, let's just get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dom and Gonz Sports Talk. We not only talk about everything Ravens, but all the things going around in the NFL. This show is a little bit special. This show is a little bit special, ladies and gentlemen, because this weekend, the Baltimore Ravens will be hosting their first ever AFC at home. Let me not forget that part. At home, AFC championship game. Baltimore is about to be up this Sunday. Gonz, what's your energy, man? What's the
Dom
energy?
completed the intro. Good. I'm so proud of you. And you got a clean cut, looking great.
Dude, it's AFC. I had to. It's AFC championship weekend, man. I had to get the clean cut for the AFC championship weekend. I had to.
It's my turn to get one, but unfortunately I'm not getting one till later next week. But yeah, I can't wait for this game. First one in Baltimore history, Baltimore Ravens history. M&T Bank has never hosted an AFC championship, and this is the first time that it's doing, and I'm going to be there. I cannot wait. Dom was going to come, but something came up, so we're really angry at him. We could have did a Dom and God special.
I'm so mad. I'm like, when I heard about who's all going to be there, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, you telling me I can't, but I can't, man. The job needs me, so I have to work Sunday. I'm covering the game, basically, so I can't be there. But it just wasn't meant to be. But I will be watching from work. So that's a start.
Well, Dom never made it to a game this year, unfortunately. We're going to have to change that in the future.
It's unfortunate. Like, and the funny thing is, I think I went to like 3 last year. I went to like 3. And then this year I couldn't make it to 1. I was a little upset about that. But it's what it is, man.
It's fine. Would you rather not go to any games and the Ravens win the Super Bowl?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. If me not being there means that they go into the bowl, I'm willing to
go for it.
I'm sacrificing the attendance just for them to go win the bowl. Go win it, dang it.
All right. That energy. I agree.
Yeah, but guys, as we mentioned before, this is the Ravens' first ever home AFC championship game. The last time that the AFC championship game was in Baltimore, we were the Baltimore Colts. That was back in 1971 when I don't even know who was playing at that time, but I know it was a damn sure a long time ago before anybody who's probably watching this video was even a thought.
Johnny Unitas was there.
Holy shit, dudes. Y'all heard that, right? Johnny Unitas. That's the last time Baltimore's had an AFC championship game. And this will be the first AFC championship game for the Ravens. Obviously, we know who our opponent is. We know what we're facing up against, that big bad wolf known as Pat Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. As far as Gonz, I know we should go over injuries because we just got an update from Schefter for who is out and who it could be in for this game for the Chiefs. I don't know if you saw that report.
I did.
Okay, so I'm going to let you break it down and get us into that real quick.
Well, let's start with Baltimore. This is probably one of the most healthiest teams we've had all year at this point. The only people who did not practice, I believe, is Tylan Wallace, who missed yesterday, but I'm not sure if he returned today or not.
They haven't came out with their own report. I checked before we came on. They haven't came out with their own report yet. I've just seen from Schefter's report about the Chiefs so far. Yeah.
Everyone else is on a limited practice basis. Mark Andrews is fully practiced. They activated him off of IR, and he is going to play on Sunday. Wow. Unbelievable. Suffering a broken fibula back in November. He's rehabbed and came back just under 2 months. So that's pretty incredible. So congratulations to Mark Andrews. I know he is excited. He said in an interview he's going to give he loves the city. He loves this team. They're going to get everything out of me in this game. So, man, this game's going to be awesome. 2 tight end sets. Can't wait. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Marlon Humphrey looking like he's going to play as well. Limited practice for the past 2 days, so that's always great. So our secondary is going to be fully healthy. Although Rock Ya-Sin appeared on the injury report, and he did not practice yesterday. So we'll see about him. It's not like he was he was a reserve corner at this point. All of our main guys will be out there. Marlowe, Millette, Darby, Stevens, everyone's going to be there as corners. So I'm feeling really good about the secondary. Kyle Hamilton, again, not on the injury report this week, so he is all set for this game. Same for Marcus Williams. We only have 5 or 6 people on our injury report, while the Chiefs have at least 18 or 15 or 18. I can't remember the number when I counted yesterday. So this Ravens team is in good shape heading into the AFC Championship. Probably one of the healthiest it's ever been in years. So I am absolutely loving that. And another good thing, Devin Duvernay's not even on there. So he is fully healthy. I know he played last week and got that nice punt return. But it's just nice to see our squad finally getting healthy. And there's really not many injuries to look at on our side of things. So hats off to the training crew. Hats off to the Ravens for being ready to go with injuries and such. So good job. We're set. We're ready for this. Meanwhile, Kansas City is a little bit beat up. I know that a lot of people are going to play, but they've got a long list of injuries for people. So they're going to be a little dinged up heading into this game. As Dom said, we heard that Joe Thuney, Pro Bowl right guard, he's either right guard or left guard, I don't know, will be out for the game with that pec injury he suffered for at the Bills game. So that is a big loss. We need Justin Adebike to take full advantage of that. And I think we can. We can stuff the running lanes. Michael Pierce, go crazy. Justin Adebike, go crazy. Travis Jones, go crazy. So expose that and see if we can use that to our advantage. Obviously, you don't wish for any injuries, but you got to take advantage of some of the holes that some people may have. I mean, we were taking advantage of it. We didn't have Lamar, so why can't we do the same for people? Another thing to keep an eye out is Isaiah Pacheco has not practiced all week, dealing with multiple injuries, a hamstring, a knee, and I think a foot too. So he's a little bruised, but he reiterated at the beginning of the week he will play in this game. So I expect him to play, but he may not be at full strength. I expect the carries to be split a lot with Pacheco and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't think McKinnon's back yet, right? Is McKinnon still on IR?
I think he's out. He's just been out. I don't think he was planning on coming back.
So it's going to be a lot of Clyde Edwards-Helaire and a lot of Pacheco. It's like 50-50 most likely, and whoever their third back is, I'm not sure. 31, I think, is his number. I don't know his name. But yeah, so that's something to keep an eye on because Pacheco is their number one back, and he's the most electrifying out of all of them, in my opinion, with the speed. He's kind of like their form of Keaton Mitchell, except he's their RB1. So that would be a big loss if he's not able to be full strength or somehow can't go. But I expect him to be out there. It's the playoffs. And I know he's dealing with multiple things, but he's tough. He'll probably play. And a couple other guys. Kadarius Toney, I think he practiced, and he is good to go for the game. Am I correct on that?
He was listed as questionable.
Again, I think if you're listed as questionable for a playoff game, I anticipate you're going to be out there. You know what I mean? Justin Watson, Sky Moore, not Justin Watson, Sky Moore still on IR, will miss the game. Their backup D tackle, Nadi, I don't know how to say it, N-N-A-N.
Yeah, you got it right.
Whatever. He is out for the game as well, but again, they have Chris Jones, so I don't think they'll be hurting too much in that department. Just maybe if he gets tired or something, then they might have issues, but he'll be all right. That's their premier pass rusher. And I think that's all the key injuries that we have for them. A lot of guys are questionable for the Chiefs. I think he's good to go for practice. He practiced fully. But again, all the other guys, Blaine Gabbert was on there as the backup dealing with, I don't know, a concussion possibly. But yeah, a lot of it's January. A lot of guys are battered and bruised. They've played 19 games now. If you're a Chiefs fan, 20 actually. This will be 20 because they had 2 playoff games already. So we'll see. But I expect the Chiefs to be majority of the guys to be out there, even though they're dealing with some injuries, especially the key guys. But not having Thuney is pretty big.
That's
So
probably their biggest
yeah,
loss. If Pacheco doesn't play, but if Pacheco does play, that'll be their
yeah,
biggest loss for this one for sure.
yeah. And we'll talk just about a little bit more in a second about how this Ravens defensive line can take advantage. So we'll see. But health-wise, the Ravens are looking pretty good right now, and I'm feeling good about them.
Nice. Good to know that when we get rid of that strength and conditioning coach, Lord have mercy, we see some changes going on. So it's good to see that everybody's at least not always 100%, but at least are able to go, which we did not have for the past 2 years, which is nice. All right, so now that we got all that out of the way, all the injuries are listed. We know who's in. We know who will be out for this one. It's time to get to the meat and potatoes. What is the Ravens' key to success to win this game, to bring it home for the people of Baltimore, for Maryland? I'm sorry, because pretty much Maryland is just wanting them to take these guys down for the culture. It's like for me, like as we talked about this, I've been going over this in my head all week. Like, what are the Chiefs' weaknesses? What are the Chiefs' strengths? What do they do better than most teams? They obviously have the best quarterback we've seen in a long time, other than ours, in Patrick Mahomes. And like I was thinking about everything I wanted to say during the show. I was thinking about how we should attack this Chiefs defense, what we can do on our defensive end to slow down Mahomes. But honestly, like putting all that to the side, like all the analytics, all the other stuff, it's literally quite simple. And there's literally just one way to put it here. Patrick Mahomes is trying to come into our hometown and take everything that you worked for. Let's look at it from that perspective. All right. You have Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, potentially Taylor Swift, God, potentially Taylor Swift, is coming into your hometown. Is coming into M&T Bank Stadium, right? And trying to take everything that you worked for, everything that you did to get to this point. Y'all earned the number one seed in the AFC. Y'all finished with the best record in football, right? You earned it. You put in the work. You got here. You won your last playoff game to get to this AFC championship game. And now somebody's trying to come into the house and rob you of it. It's literally quite simple. You go in here and you protect the house at all costs. I don't care who's coming in it. I don't care if it was prime Tom Brady. I don't care if it was prime John Elway. I don't care if it was prime Joe Montana. There is someone coming into your house to take everything that you worked for. Defense, offense, special teams. Everything that you guys have done to this point, Mahomes is trying to take it away. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to let them come in here and try to take it? Or are you going to do something about it? Because they're calling Mahomes the world beater. They're calling him the best to ever do it already. Coming into our house. We knew it was destined to be. We knew it was going to happen at some point. We knew we were going to have to run into Mahomes to get to the bowl. We know it. And then everybody wants to say to be the champs, you have to beat the champs, which is fair. Honestly, I'm okay with it because if Lamar does this, if Lamar, and this is like way in the future, so this obviously has nothing to do with it, but if Lamar does this, if he walks into M&T Bank Stadium, puts on one of the better performances that we've seen him put on this far against one of the best quarterbacks of our generation, knocks him out, and gets to the bowl, what else can you say? What are the excuses? What else are you going to try to label this man as? Because you can't say anything else anymore. There's nothing else you can say. He would have had won 2 playoff games, and he'd be on his way to his first Super Bowl. There's nothing else you can say. There's no other labels. You can't just call him a running back. You can't say he's not quarterbacky enough. because obviously when you can lead your team through adversity, through a not so cupcake schedule, because our schedule was not easy this year. We've had to face some adversity. We faced some tough teams. We've had the toughest schedule to finish the year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to put it quite frankly, offense, defense, this is you guys' moment. In the state of Maryland, Baltimore, me and Gonz, even though we're in Maryland, we are behind you. All right. Walk in there and get it done. You go in and win. It's win or go home, quite literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Don't let Mahomes walk in here and take everything that you worked for, because you earned it. So go finish the job. It's quite literally that simple for me. Go in and get it
I
done.
love that, but the only thing I would disagree with you on, I wish you saved that towards
I
the
know.
end, because that is
I know.
tangible.
I
The
know.
section would have been, that would have been a great way to
I know.
go.
Like, and for me, it was like like I said, I wanted to talk
That's
about
fine.
the statistics, but it was just like
I'll
it.
start with that.
Yeah,
That's all good.
it's literally
I'll
just quite that simple for me.
get my
Like,
little take at the end on the intangibles, but yeah, wow, it's hard to follow that. But anyway, let's take a look at these matchups for now. The formula on offense is simple, in my opinion. And I know people are raving about the Chiefs' defense and how much better it is than years past. And that's true, it is. Steve Spagnuolo did a good job. But here's how you slow them down. Their pass rush, in my opinion, is their strength. Okay, they get after the quarterback. They stop the run with Chris Jones pretty well, even though the Bills gashed him last week. If we can get the run game going, get Gus going, get some push on the O-line, nullify Chris Jones, and keep Lamar upright, I think we can move the ball well on this team. Honestly, for passing and running, I think this is going to come down to the line of scrimmage. Okay, if we can keep Lamar upright and get some push on those guys on the line of scrimmage, the Chiefs are talking about, I think we have a nice chance to score 30 points and keep this defensive train rolling. Okay? And I think we can win this game. All right? I'm really feeling good about this matchup for our offense. I know, and again, I know the Chiefs D is good, but if we can nullify Chris Jones, they're going to be missing a couple people in the middle. I'm not sure if Nick Bolton is back yet. I think he is. Willie Gay, another injury I forgot to mention. Willie Gay is questionable to play. He was the one who was tasked for spying Josh Allen last week. So, again, he might be the one that's going to be the task of spying Lamar if he chooses to run. And if he's dealing with an injury, we can expose that as well. But anyway, keep him upright in the pocket and keep them going, and keep the penetration on the running plays. Like if we have pulling guards, don't let Chris Jones wreck the game. And I think we're going to be good to go on offense. I don't see, and we're going to be at home. I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this. Now, one thing to take note of is the weather. They are calling for a little bit of rain. So this might work into our favor when it comes to running the football. So we'll see. And I know the Chiefs have had a good ground game, but this also depends on Isaiah Pacheco's health. And again, if we can dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, make them pass, we'll be all right.
there's one thing I wanted to say, Gonz. I'm sorry to interrupt in between, but they just released the official injury report
For Friday.
this weekend. Yes.
Go ahead and read.
I just wanted to note real quick your comments about Willie Gay. Not looking as likely that he might play on Sunday. He was limited Wednesday and Thursday. He did not participate today. So
Is he listed?
He is listed as questionable, but I don't know. You don't practice on Friday. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, but it is a neck injury, so that it could go either way. I mean, when it comes to anything in that upper body, you never really know. But it's looking a little bleak, especially if they use him as a spy. Who knows? But yeah, he did not practice. He did not participate in practice today. And Pacheco, he didn't participate Wednesday and Thursday, but he was limited today. So you're probably right. He most likely will go on Sunday. But other than that, pretty much on the money with everything else at this point.
Okay. Well, that just goes to tell you, if they don't have Willie Gay healthy, who's going to be tasked with spying Lamar? I don't know. So, again, this is another opportunity for us to gash them in the running game. Then that can open up the play action pass, and we can hit some deep shots. I know they got a pretty decent secondary. L'Jarius Sneed, Trent McDuffie is rounded into form, and a couple other guys I'm not sure of.
You got Justin
Justin
Reed.
Reed, there's a good one. He came coming over from Houston last year. He is a pretty good safety. So that's somebody we'll have to watch out for. But again, the secondary does not scare me too much because we have the guys to attack them. We have a lot of weapons. It's not like the olden days when we had one wide receiver and one tight end. So I'm not worried about the secondary. I think that if Lamar has enough time to stand in the pocket to make some decisions, we can get open on them. I'm not worried about that aspect. Zay Flowers, OBJ, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely on the field at the same time. Look out. Look out. Did I say Zay Flowers? I don't know if I did. So we've got a plethora of weapons to go against the secondary. So we just need the time to do it. Okay? And I'm feeling real good about this game, Dom. I really am. I'm not afraid of the Chiefs. This team has shown they can beat anyone in the league. And that's no disrespect to the Chiefs. I know they're really good, but I think we can if we play our game, we can get this done, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Okay. So that's my prediction on defense. I'm a little bit more on offense. Getting best. Offensively, I'm going to say pretty much the same thing. Or sorry, defense. I'm going to say pretty much the same thing. Dominate the line of scrimmage and pressure Pat Mahomes, like Dom was saying earlier. Get after him, make him uncomfortable, and that's how you win. Wrap him up in the backfield. Don't let him do some crazy scramble, throw across his body, some 2017 or 2018 Tyreek Hill stuff where he did that to us and beat us at his home stadium. I don't know if y'all remember that game. It was 4th and 10. He scrambled all the way to the sideline, threw a 40-yard pass across his body and completed it for a first down and sent it to overtime, and we lost. So let's not get any of that. I need Clowney to be on top of it. I need Oweh to be on top of it. I need Kyle Van Noy to be on top of it. Matabike exposed Thuney's absence. Travis Jones, same thing for you. And Michael Pierce, same thing for you. I'm confident that Michael Pierce is going to have another crazy game, stopping the run. I'm really feeling, again, I feel really good about this matchup. I really do. I think this is the opportunity to let it rip. And it starts at the line of scrimmage. Okay? And getting Marlon Humphrey back we can stick to these wide receivers. And I know Rashid Rice everyone's calling him a star and all that. I think we can bag him. I really do. I think the guy to watch is Travis Kelce. And this is going to be Kyle Hamilton's assignment. This is his biggest assignment of his career. Okay, he is going to be tasked with with covering arguably the best tight end in the NFL over the past couple of years to send us to the Super Bowl. So Kyle, get it done. Marlon can do some too. We can do this, man, and we can. So that's it. It's really that simple for me. It really is. Dominate the line of scrimmage, so that goes hand in hand with pressuring Mahomes and stopping the run, and then stick on their wide receivers. Watch Kelce and watch Rice. Make someone else beat us. Okay? Don't let Kelce go crazy or Rice go crazy. Take them out of the game. Roquan, you need to be on top of it too. Tackle on the short passes. The Chiefs like to throw short stuff as well and get some yak. So Roquan, wrap them up. But I'm really feeling good about this. I mean, those are my keys to the game.
Yeah.
Just ball like you've been playing all year, and I think we can win. All right? The home crowd's behind you. You know what to expect. You have a better way to attack their defense. Your defense is better than everyone in the NFL right now. You could do this. All right? Just get it done. Play your game. Dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides. And we should be walking out of here with a dub and going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to disagree with anything you're saying. I think you hit everything right on the nose. Keeping Mahomes from scrambling, from getting those big scrambles is key a lot of the times because, I mean, he's been having to do that all year. I mean, with the receivers. He's, trying to make a play happen for the receivers, for Kelsey, anything of that nature. He's been out of the pocket trying to get those big pops down the field, even if he has to get the first down himself. Is really key to stop and limit those scrambles as much as possible. I mean, we've seen him do it. We saw him do it against Buffalo. I mean, he was just trying to make plays happen as much as possible. So even though, like, sometimes the receivers, I felt like, played a better game in Buffalo than they have all year. So you got to give credit with that. I know a lot of people have been discrediting these receivers all year. I know there's been a lot of drops. I know there's been a lot of miscues on plays. That does not give us any reprieve. I feel as though I don't care how many drops this team has had. I don't care how many miscues they've had. I don't care how many mistakes have been made. You watch them with every eye you have. You're mindful of where they're going, where they're moving. Don't leave anything open. Watch over the middle at all times. Don't let Kelsey tear us up over the middle. That's where Mahomes loves to have his sweet spot. Kelsey has been neutralized a lot this year. Teams have been throwing different coverages at him. They know that he is Mahomes' security blanket. It's no doubt about that. So we need to make sure we are mindful of that at all times. Pacheco, if Pacheco's not 100%, obviously that limits how strong he's able to run. I mean, of course, he's going to try to tough it out. Pacheco's a great back. He's a tough back, like you said. So he's going to tough out anything that you throw at him. But, it's going to be key for Roquan and Patrick Queen specifically to watch him at all times, because if he gets past that second level, to go up the field, you got to be able to definitely not going to say smack him. No career-ending stuff here. We don't want injuries, but just make sure you do great firm tackles, get him down to the ground. Don't allow those extra yards per carry. We should be good on those fronts, like you said, defensively. Offensively, like you said, I mean, this secondary, I know you say you don't really worry about the secondary, but it's definitely, I feel like it's probably if it's between the pass rush and the secondary, I would say the secondary would have a little bit of notch over the pass rush, just a little bit. Trent McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed, they've been playing extremely well over this course of, especially on this latter half of the year. They've been playing really well. L'Jarius Sneed is no scrub. He's tough. He definitely leads that DB room with strength. I mean, you saw him jam Tyreek Hill at the line like he was a little boy. Like that he's not somebody to mess around with. So I would definitely say, with us, I would say don't take any unnecessary shots if not needed. We've been doing good at dipping dunks, trying to get the yak with like Bateman and Zay and all that stuff. One thing I will say, I really feel like having Mandrews back, as we mentioned before, is going to be big, because having two tight end sets is going to be really key against this Chiefs team. Likely establishing himself as a dominant pass target was huge. It was very huge for us this season, because you already have Mandrews, who you already know what he's capable of. Like, you've seen it. Like, he doesn't have anything to prove, because he's proven it time and time again over the course of his career. But having two of those guys out there, because you can't double team. I don't know where the balloons came from. You can't double team. Like, if you double team Drews, you leave likely one-on-one against a little dude. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, so having likely have that confidence and establishing himself, and then bringing Mandrews back into the fold. Lord, what do you guard? Because you also have to worry about Zay. You got to worry about OBJ, because he can still make those catches. Like, OBJ can still make those spec catches, like outside the numbers when we need them. Like, so what do you guard? Because you also have to worry about the run game. Like, Dalvin had a great pop in the last game. I hope we utilize all three backs. I feel like this is going to be a game where we have to utilize all three backs a little bit more, like using all of them to their strengths. Where Justice Hill, as elusive as he is, he's probably our best pass-catching back that we have. With Dalvin, I mean, he's elusive. Get him going earlier, because he didn't really get a touch until, the third or fourth quarter in that game against the Texans. I would definitely say get him involved earlier. Let's get him a few more touches, get his engine going, and then let's see what he can do. Because if we can rotate backs, keep him fresh, I feel like that would have a huge advantage against the Chiefs. Because other than Pacheco, and this is no diss to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but other than Pacheco, we can stop. I feel like we can really stop that run game if we needed to. So this might be an advantage we have, especially when it comes to clock management, because if we can run the ball with all three backs, we're good. We can dominate that clock and keep Mahomes off the field as much as possible. And I feel like that should be a key point in this game, is keeping Mahomes off the field as much as possible.
Starts with
Keep a lead.
not a block.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that comes from what you said about dominating both sides of the line of scrimmage, because if we can run, keep Mahomes off the field and maintain a lead, we should be good. But yeah, I think that these are everything you said, like I said, is right on the money. Key points, like I said, limiting Mahomes' scrambles, trying to keep him off the field, dominate the clock, and we should be good. Utilize all three of our backs too. I think that's another main thing I meant to say. Two tight end sets, dominate the clock, use all three of our backs, and I think we walk out of here with a dub. I think we should be good for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I covered both sides of the ball. Did I cover both sides of the ball? Yeah, I covered both
Yeah,
sides
we
of the ball.
did.
Yeah.
Go get it. I mean, we're ready. This team is battle tested. They've faced adversity all year long. They've beaten everyone who's been considered a threat in the NFL. Well, except Kansas City. That's the last team they got to beat. 49ers check. Detroit check. The other teams in the NFC Championship, they both blew out. So this is it right here. I mean, they got to do it. You have to win it this year. This is going to be the last time that this group is together this year, this season. So make it count, get the bowl, and make whatever happens in the offseason that much easier, because knowing you got a championship. Okay, this team could definitely do it. I really think that this is the year for Baltimore, and I'm going to pick them to win this game. I'm going to say 27-24 Ravens.
I'm kind of that's so crazy, because that's the exact that I was thinking. I was thinking 27-24, like, because knowing us, because I mean, I know it's been a couple of years. It's been 3 years, but the last time we played these guys, it was literally down to the wire. It's Odafe always trips to secure the win. So, I mean, Odafe, if you want to do that again for the culture, we love that. But yeah, I'm thinking it's 27-24. I think Tucker seals it for us. And we walk out with a dub. I feel like you gotta win. Like, you have to. Like, have all the legends in the game come to see you do this.
Ray Lewis coming? Ed Reed?
Ray Lewis and Reed are going to.
We are winning. We have to win.
It's even more than that, because it's going to be Ray Lewis. Let me fact check myself here. I think it's going to be Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Haloti Nada, Terrell.
Oh my gosh!
Like, going to be, everyone is there. The legends who have paved the way for us to get here is going to be at this game. Like, you have to win it, because I think Ed Reed and Ray Lewis, they're the legends of the game, so they're going to be on top of the other three. Like, it's you have to win. Like I said earlier,
I'm going to say the defense gets the job done at the end. I don't think it's going to be a Tucker game winner. I think it's going to be a fourth down stop or a turnover for the Ravens to seal the deal. I just feel like the defense is going to close it and stamp the mark why they are so good. I just think it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a nerve-wracking game. I feel like the defense is going to make that one stop in the fourth quarter that's going to put the game away and send us to the bowl.
Man, Baltimore would explode. Mm-hmm. It would explode. Mm-hmm. It's like, this game, like I said earlier before, man, it comes down to simply just, you wanted more. You wanted more than anything. That's all you guys have been talking about. All you want to win the big one. Lamar, this team, the defense has been spectacular. Roquan has been out here. Like, this is you guys' moment. This is it. I know you haven't even gotten there yet, but this game defines your legacy right here. If you knock off Mahomes and head to the bowl, I just can't.
Let's go back draft night for a second. When Deion Sanders was asking Lamar Jackson on that night, April 2018, he said, they're going to get a Super Bowl out of me. I guarantee it. I don't know if that's directly what he said, but it's pretty damn close. Here it is. This is your chance. He's one game away. One game away from a bowl. All he's got to do is win 2 more games. So let's get that bowl that you promised us, Lamar.
Hey, man.
Get it. You turn up. Get ready for this game. He's locked in. He's more locked in as ever. They know what's in front of them. They know what they got to do. We're going to be there to support them in the crowd. Hopefully, get Mahomes some false start penalties with some extra ones. It was nice what we did to C.J. Stroud. I think Mahomes is going to go silent count this game because it's just so loud.
He's going to play. He said, but he said it a while ago that Baltimore's one of the loudest stadiums he's ever played. He's already trying to get his hand signals and all that stuff down for when he comes here. So, but man, it's so crazy how a couple months ago we were talking about a Lamar Jackson contract, and now we're talking about him potentially leading us to the first Super Bowl in the Lamar Jackson era. It's very surreal. I mean, this is it. Like you said, this is the moment. This is everything they've been working for. This is everything this is everything they were locked in about. Now it's just about going out there and executing and stopping who everybody is saying is the best quarterback of our generation. It's not going to be easy. He's not going to hand it to us, and he's not just going to let us have it. So you got to go out there and earn it. And I'm sure they probably wouldn't eat any other way other than right here, right now, in this moment. I know back in 2012 when we won it, who do we have to knock off to get to that Super Bowl?
Brady. And Manning.
Knock off Brady and Manning to get to that point. So why not us? Why not now? In this moment, why not us? So
I think they're going to get it done. I think they will.
I think we do it. I think we're going to our first bowl in over 11 years. 12 years. I'm sorry. I think we're going to our first bowl in over 12 years. And
No, you're right. 11. It's 2023.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. So yeah, I think they get it done. And like we said, I think we both agreed on the nose 7-24. Yeah, man, Baltimore's about to go Baltimore frenzy on Sunday. I'm telling you this right now. I'm so mad I have to work during this game.
I'll be there. I can't wait. It's going to be electric.
While you're there, you have to do a quick video. We just got to see the atmosphere. Record a quick video of that atmosphere while you're there, because I know it's gonna be jumping while you're there.
All right.
Yeah,
do
a quick one. So that'll probably wrap it up for us, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard our thoughts. You've heard our speeches. You've heard what the Ravens need to do to win this one. We said 27-24. What do you guys think? How does this game end? Who is going to the Super Bowl? Who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. We just want to thank you guys again for joining us on this journey. Holy crap. First year of Dom and Gonz Sports Talk, and we're over here potentially going to the Super Bowl. That's actually bonkers. Thank you guys for all the views, all the comments, for tuning into the streams. We appreciate everything, all of you guys' support throughout this time. Gonz, any final thoughts before we dip up out of here?
I know Kansas City is that team, but their time has already been there. Move over. It's someone else's time. We need this. We need it. Patrick Mahomes is still going to be great if he loses this game. There's nothing. This loss will not threaten to trash his career or anything. Nothing close. But we need this. Lamar needs this win so much more than Mahomes. Mahomes has already been in 3 Super Bowls. So let's get this done for him. Come on, defense. Come on, offense. Come on, Harbaugh. Come on, Ravens. Let's go. I'm ready.
I agree. I'm right there with you. Go get the win. Go get to your first bowl, man. So again, guys, let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave us a like, subscription, all that fancy jazz. I'm not going to lie, depending on our emotions on that Sunday, we'll discuss if we decide to do a post game at that point, just depending on things. We'll let you guys know and keep you guys updated as we talk about it. But we'll catch you guys again. And hopefully when we see you guys again, it's to talk about us heading to the bowl. Game starts at 3. Kickoff is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are tuning in, don't forget to watch that. Other than that, guys, I'm Dom. That's Gonz. We'll see you guys after the AFC Championship.
Let's go, Ravens.